We kick off your 7 o'clock hour with a weather impact alert. Fall has arrived, but it's brought some very chilly and in some cases winter-like weather with it. A winter weather advisory has been issued for today. This is a live look over Denver on the left side of your screen, where it's going to be wetter, chillier, and soggier. Meanwhile, in parts of the high country, snow is coming down very fast, making visibility very low up there.
Now, if it's snowing in your neck of the woods, as Al Roker would say, we would love to see it. You can send us your pictures or video to the number right there on your screen, and we may feature them on air. The number is 303-871-1491.
Oh, it just makes me want to take a nap looking at that. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being with us. I'm Jordan Chavez.
And I'm Corey Rose. A big bowl of soup and then a nap. That is what's calling our name. Oh, stop it.
Yeah, put some bacon in there, jalapenos.
Clearly someone's hungry, Katie.
Yeah. We're talking lunch already, but no, a dip of a grilled cheese and a nice warm bowl of soup. It's not going to rain all day long, but we are looking at a good chance for that wet weather sticking with us all day, which is why we've issued a weather impact alert. It is a big change from the 70s yesterday. We saw a very powerful, fast-moving front roll in, gusty winds, storms. This morning, low-lying clouds. It's raining currently from downtown Denver all across the metro area. You will find soggy to wet roads. Hydroplaning a concern, especially as the rain picks up steam later on this afternoon and tonight. A really pretty shot with a fresh dusting of snow up over Long's Peak. It will continue to snow off and on over portions of Colorado's high country. Winter Park, as you can see, just some wet roadways through town. And we will also be seeing wet roadways in spots like Lamar, which is dry right now. So a range of conditions across Colorado, depending on where you live. So mainly the northern portion of the state impacted, and especially west of Denver. That's where we're seeing some of the heaviest rainfall right now, up over Evergreen, making its way into Idaho Springs. The I-70 drive, we will continue to see off and on snow showers. We have a little break right now heading up through Silverthorne. Rocky Mountain National Park and portions of our northern Front Range mountains will continue to see around 1 to 3 inches of accumulation when all is said and done over our higher mountain peaks and across the eastern plains, northeastern Colorado, Sterling up through Julesburg. Some of that heavier rain at times, 1 to even 2 inches of moisture. So depending on the elevation and the temperature is where we're really going to be seeing the rain shift over to snow. Widespread showers likely through this evening, and then we'll gradually clear back out. But we want to get a live look with our man of the mountains, Matt Renew, who's been up at the Eisenhower Johnson Tunnel this morning. Looks like some snow sticking to the peaks behind you. How are things looking where you are?
They're looking pretty, Katie. Look at this view here in the mountains, snowy peaks. The snow has stopped right now, and traffic moving along great here on wet roads at I-70. Beautiful snow-packed peaks, though, with a storm that started dropping snow early this morning, and it was really coming down at times. Bands of moisture earlier this morning really bringing significant snow to the high country here at the Eisenhower Johnson tunnels. At about 10,500 feet, the snow falling really well at times. CDOT plow trucks were out just in case, keeping an eye on this storm, because those were some big flakes earlier today, sticking to the grassy surfaces, sticking to the mountain tops, but not really sticking to the roads. And again, now with the sun coming up this morning, the view is just spectacular. Beautiful snow-capped mountains, and this is going to be a very exciting thing for skiers and snowboarders. Skiers obviously not open right now, but maybe getting an inch and a half on their snow stakes out of this. And then as the temperatures start to drop in the coming weeks, we'll start to see the ski areas start to ramp up their snow gun operations and make snow, and that's really when they can start covering some of these runs. But this is going to help prep the ground, cool it down a little bit, even if it's not going to stick around that long. We're going to see that snow cycle through the mountains throughout the rest of the day. Reporting from the Eisenhower Johnson tunnels, I'm Matt Renew, 9 News.
Yeah, it's very exciting for skiers and boarders. All right, Matt, thank you. We are also following breaking news in Commerce City this morning, where a rollover semi-truck crash is causing some serious backups.
Yeah, so this is along 56th Avenue by the 270 overpass. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is in that area this morning. Brianna, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. We're actually in the underpass of 270, and we're getting a first look, a closer look of this semi that was involved in this crash. So according to Commerce City Police and South Adams Fire, they were telling me that this all unfolded just before 5. Just take a look at this. This semi drove off 270 onto 56th Avenue. You guys, it is a mess out here. Look at that heavy front end damage from that semi and everything that was inside of that semi. So we're also seeing tires across the underpass of 270 that belong to that semi. I actually just finished talking to the fire chief, and he was telling me that the driver sustained non-life-threatening injury, so he is expected to be okay. But the driver also had a dog, so they had to call in animal control to find the dog, because unfortunately the dog just ran away when this crash all happened. So we know that CDOT is also here because the semi drove off the interstate, so off I-270, it caused this damage. So you're seeing right now just pieces of metal that are dangling off 270. So we have CDOT here because there is structure damage. I want my photographer Joe Swanson to kind of show you where the fire crews actually had to put some absorbing pads, because they're saying that there's fuel, obviously, of that semi that was coming out, so they don't want it to go into any of the drains. So they had to put these absorbing pads here, just making sure that they're clearing it up, all the fuel that was here on scene. So again, the driver sustained non-life-threatening injuries. He's expected to be okay. But of course, now it's the cleanup process. There is heavy machinery on the other side of this semi, but the chief was telling me that this is going to take hours to clean up, because you have that heavy semi, all the debris, and then that fuel here that also scattered. So I'm gonna send things over to our Erica Lopez, because there is a lot of delays along 270. Erica, I'm seeing it right now, and also on 56th Avenue.
Absolutely, Brianna. We really appreciate that update and your reporting this morning. Really being able to see things up close and personal. Right now, it truly is a wild scene that we're dealing with. Right now, as far as impacts go, like Brianna said, we have delays on eastbound 270 from Vasquez all the way back to York Street. So we have police blocking off the right-hand shoulder and partially the right lane. You can see folks merging all the way over from 2 lanes down to 1. It's because of that guardrail that was damaged that you saw from Brianna's live shot moments ago of the metal just hanging down toward 56th Avenue. So the structural damage needs to be fixed this morning. It's dangerous for cars to be driving along the elevated interstate without our guardrail. So that's why we have that right lane blocked off. And then, of course, 56th Avenue is going to be closed for quite some time. We know anytime there's a semi crash, it just takes a long time to clean up. The investigation, of course, will be ongoing. But this is the parking lot here that we're dealing with on eastbound 270 all the way back to York Street. I want to bring you over now to our map and show you what we're dealing with. 24-minute drive. So we've got about a 17 or 18-minute backup on eastbound 270. Eastbound I-70, good workaround option for you this morning if you need to travel that way. And then, of course, because of the Commerce City closure of 56 between Eudora and Sand Creek, just east of Dahlia Street, 58th Avenue is an option for a workaround for you this morning, because again, 56 is going to be not passable going under 270. And then additionally this morning, if you're getting ready to travel through Highlands Ranch, we do have a wreck along C470 approaching University, so we've got delays headed toward I-25.
All right, Erica, thank you. Right now, police need your help to find this person. An Amber Alert has been issued searching for 16-year-old Jasmine Zapata. She was last seen last night at 8 o'clock. Officials say that she was forced into a gray Chevy Silverado with Colorado plates AXW L52. Investigators believe that 19-year-old Juan Bretado is driving the truck with another unknown person inside. The vehicle was spotted an hour later in Thornton. Jasmine was last seen wearing a black shirt and black pants. And if you have seen Jasmine or the vehicle, you're asked to call 911 or Boulder Police. That number is 303-441-3333.
Tomorrow, Congressman Jason Crow will host an affordable housing and family resource fair. Crow will share his plan for lowering costs, including the cost of housing, which he says is a top priority for him. The meeting is tomorrow from 2 to 7 at Paris Elementary School in Aurora.
Today, ABC is bringing back Jimmy Kimmel's late night show. The network suspended the comedian indefinitely last week, citing comments that he made after the assassination of Charlie Kirk. The host said that people in the MAGA movement were trying to capitalize on the conservative activist's murder, and he suggested that the shooter could be MAGA himself. Hours before Kimmel was suspended, the head of the FCC, Brendan Carr, criticized those comments on a podcast, and he issued a warning. Afterward, 2 of ABC's largest affiliate owners, Nexstar and Sinclair, said that they would pull the show. Sinclair says it will continue to not air Kimmel and air other content in its place. Sinclair does not own any TV stations in Colorado. Nexstar has not publicly announced any decision just yet, and it is important to note that Nexstar, which owns Fox 31, is seeking the Trump administration's approval to buy Tegna, which is 9 News' parent company.